The death toll from floods and landslides triggered by heavy rains in Rwanda stands at 129, as confirmed by authorities. Rescuers are still hunting for survivors trapped in homes. Rwandan President Paul Kagame says the government is helping those affected by the flooding, including with temporary relocations. In Uganda, the Red Cross says 6 people died in Kisoro district in the southwest of the country. 5 of them were from one family. Emergency workers have begun excavations to retrieve the bodies. Well, for more on that, we're now joined by Ethan Tashobia in Kigali for more. Ethan, you visited western and northern Rwanda, the scene of the flooding and landslides. What did you find out there?
Yes, Maya, we tried to visit a few places, but transport to getting to all the 5 districts affected by the flooding is very difficult, and we managed to stop at some point and come back to Kigali because while some roads are still impassable, what is the latest right now is that actually that number that you gave our viewers has increased by 1 death. Now it stands at 130 deaths from the landslides from the north and western part of Rwanda, according to the Prime Minister right now, who is in Rubavu district in the northern part of Rwanda, attending the burial service of some of the victims in that area. So it's now 130 confirmed dead, 5 are still missing, 77 are injured, while thousands of households, actually 5,000 houses have been destroyed in north and western part of Rwanda.
Indeed, a tragic situation as the numbers rise there, Ethan. How is the government then coordinating rescue operations, and what is needed to help those who've been left homeless?
Yes, the government is not spared any efforts right now. As we speak, the Prime Minister is accompanied by the head of the military of the Rwanda Defense Force and the head of the National Police. These are the people who are leading in rescue operations. They are trying to excavate the bodies from the mud, under the mud, that are trapped under the mud. They're trying to set up, rescue operation centers in the affected district. They're trying to lead in every rescue operations that are ongoing, but people are still, some of them are still homeless. They have not found places to sleep. They have not had food because crops and farms have been destroyed. We managed to speak to some of those affected. Listen.
As you can see, I am left with nothing, no bed and no household. I came here for a job. I am safe, but all my belongings are gone.
My wife was standing near the window when the flood water came through. She fell down, and as I tried to carry my child out of the house, I was pushed down. But luckily, I got out and I am safe, although some trees underneath did injure my legs.
Well, devastating stories. There's so many of them, and that we'll be sharing with our viewers in the subsequent stories. But the situation is still there in that area. This is a center that has been set up. Most of the victims are actually being hosted in schools and youth centers in Rubavu district and other districts affected by the floods. We're still following up this story, but the Prime Minister himself is right now in the north trying to follow up with the rescue operations ongoing. The President himself mentioned that he's following up closely with the operations ongoing in those affected areas. Mahia.
All right, Ethan, thank you very much for keeping tabs on this story. We will continue to come back to you for more updates. Ethan Tashobia joining us live there from Kigali.